When I went inside to get your pearls, Catalina told me you were in love with someone.
Maybe I am.
She said it was someone named Philip who works at the Divets. She said you wanted the pearls so badly because he gave them to you.
My grandparents gave me these pearls. And the boy she's talking about, I don't even know him. She's not the one.
I said it to Andres so he would finally know the truth. Andres took my hand and I let him. I tried to think about the water in a bowl, about the river that's always moving and changing, about the garden that had 10 gates, but all we could think was him. We kissed beside the fence in a way that left me dizzy. We laughed at the way we left and how dizzy we both were. We kissed again to make sure that the feeling was real, and it was.
Don't let your grandfather promise you to anymore.
My grandparents don't make my choices.
It was a cool night, but I was burning inside. I felt the way I did when my mother taught me the whirling dance. The only men were supposed to do. The mystic dance that makes the garden right and inside your head.
They don't promise you to anymore, just to me. We don't have to tell everyone if you don't want to. I'll wait. It will be our secret.
How could I make a promise when I know how Catalina felt about Andres? Still, how could I give him up?
What about Catalina?
I thought you were going to marry her.
That was never going to happen, not with her.
Days after that, I kept thinking about what Andres had told me, never marrying Catalina. So I went to Catalina's house and tried to talk to her, see how she was feeling, and try to get to an agreement, because I loved her, but I also loved Andres. I thought Catalina would have been comprehensive, but she wasn't. She told me to stay away from him, that I am a bad person, that she doesn't fall for Andres, but that doesn't want him to with me. How selfish. She made me choose between him and her. And even though I was madly in love with Andres, Catalina was my best friend. She, she has been my best friend since forever. I wasn't ready to lose her for a guy. I went to talk to Andres to tell her about my situation of choosing, of how Catalina reacted to all I have done. I told him that Catalina is my best friend and that she is really important for me. But he convinced me to stay with him, that he is really loves me, that he will be there for me in the good and in the bad situations. So I went again to talk to Catalina, expecting a good reaction, and obviously explaining her my feelings, that are the one important at this time. It was the time I expected or wanted to be. It was completely a different thing.
Don't you dare to go to Andres ever again. We're fine before you appeared in his life and mine.
I tried to make her understand the way Andres and I were meant to be, but I only made her angrier.
If I see you again with him, I will tell the church that you and your family are Marons.
I never felt something like that before. I couldn't even understand how she knew my deepest secret, the one I wouldn't tell to anyone, not even my best friend. I didn't know how to react, so I gave up on Andres. A new neighbor arrived. He was the kind of guy every girl fell for, and he fell for me. Even though Andres was still my heart, I have to get to the idea that he wasn't mine anymore. On the hills, I was looking to the horizon, thinking of all the new stuff that came to my life. Everything was so easy, and suddenly something changed. There were so many things in my head: Andres, Catalina, and Ruben, and my family. I found out that Ruben had followed me to the hills.
What are you doing up here so lonely?
Just watching the hills.
Estrella?
I stayed quiet. I didn't answer. I was afraid that he might confess his feelings, and I guess I attract my fear.
You know that ever since I met you, I have been falling for. I can't help myself not to love you. Please stay with me and forget about Andres. You deserve happiness, and I want to make you happy.
The idea of being happy made me forget about Andres for a second. We kissed, and I realized he wasn't who Andres. So I ran to the village to talk to Catalina.
What do you want?
For her reaction, I realized that there was no way of me staying with Andres and keeping my secret safe at the same time. So I confronted the idea of being lonely for the rest of my life.